Life as a Victorian and how different it is to the 21st century. Good evening. I'm Lily Park, and I'm ecstatic you're here to review the Victorian times, which were riddled with fear. In my red suit and glasses, I'm elate to demonstrate how life in the past was a quite different state. It was inconsistent, variable, and often quite grim, where the light of the future was dreadfully dim. So let's go back in time. No, don't hesitate, before your enthusiasm begins to abate. In Victorian schools, the atmosphere was abysmal, with monotonous lessons and rooms that were dismal. Young Ji-hoon sits there, looking quite crestfallen and sad, as the teacher, incensed, makes the silence feel bad. The master's cane would crack, snap, on the desk, a sound that was harsh and truly grotesque. If you dared to bicker or engage in a squabble, your chances of escaping would surely soon wobble. But in the 21st century, we're far more lenient, with tablets and gadgets that make learning convenient. Ji-hoon is now exhilarated, not a sign of a moan, with a bright, clever screen that is all of his own. No longer do teachers seek to berate or to scold, or use methods that now seem quite bizarre and old. It's a kaleidoscope of knowledge, both vibrant and grand, to have all the world's knowledge right there in your hand. Now let's look at work where the peril was dire, with chimney sweep boys in the soot and the mire. Small Ji-hoon was thin, for his food was quite lackluster, climbing up through the chimneys with all he could muster. Scritch-scratch went his knees on the cold, hard stone, working all day while chilled to the bone. It was horrendous, appalling, and truly atrocious, with masters who often were rather ferocious. Today, such a job is out of the question, of course. We protect all our children with legal-led force. Ji-hoon is now busy with a task that's substandard? No, he's building a robot and watching it go. Mechanical marvels that whir and that beep. A far better life than a soot-stained sweep. We've done away with those former sad manual ways and replaced them with safe, more energetic days. Hygiene was a challenge, to say the very least, with a stench that would frighten the jungle-sized beast. The bathwater was shared. It was gray, cold, and rotten, a fact that, fortunately, is mostly forgotten. In the infancy of plumbing, the pipes groaned inside, with pungent, putrid puddles where the bacteria would hide. They'd only wash weekly. Imagine the scent, a circumstance which they would surely lament. But now, bathrooms sparkle and shine like a gem, with hot, steaming showers. Who wouldn't want them? Ji-hoon is elated, scrubbed clean and quite bright, with lavender bubbles that are sheer delight. The water is warm, like a liquid embrace, washing the dirt from your happy, clean face. It's an ultimate change from the dismal old day, and the ear sore of scrubbing has faded away. When the sun went away and the shadows did creep, the Victorian darkness was heavy and deep. With flickering candles that sputtered and spat, Ji-hoon would sit near the fireplace mat. Oil lamps would smoke, and they'd exacerbate the gloom, casting ghostly, long fingers across every room. The darkness would linger, persistent and vast, a struggle for light that we've left in the past. Now, an incandescent instant is all that we need to banish the shadows with lightning, fast speed. Ji-hoon flips a switch, and the room is all bright, with LED bulbs that are dazzlingly white. No smoky oil lamps or candles to spark. Modern technology erases the dark. It's reminiscent of magic, this electrical flow, giving our evenings a wonderful glow. The food was a trial, quite monotonous and plain, with gruel that was lumpy and caused much disdain. Stale crusts of bread and a watery stew were often the only things Victorian Ji-hoon knew. The kitchen was smoky, a cacophony of heat, with very few options for a succulent treat. To lack variety was the standard, you see, a far cry from dinner for you or for me. But Today we have banquets of berries and sweets, and a worldwide selection of savory treats. Sizzling sausages and succulent salads so green, the most colorful plates that you've ever seen. Ji-hoon is delighted with his nutritious spread, from exotic new fruits to the freshest of bread. We have kitchens that sparkle, efficient and neat, making every mealtime a wonderful feat. Transport was slow, with a horse and a cart, a journey so tedious it broke many a heart. The cobbles were loud, a relentless clatter, which made any polite conversation just shatter. To travel 10 miles took a ton of your time, in a carriage that smelled of old leather and lime. If the horse was petulant or started to falter, your whole itinerary would have to alter. Today we have trains that go fast as a flash, without any worry of a horse-related crash. Or electric cars, which are spacious and sleek, making travel as easy as a game of hide-seek. Ji-hoon is exhilarated as the engine starts humming, knowing exactly when his next stop is coming. A silver streak flying across the green land. The modern-day travel is perfectly grand. To send a quick message took ages of waiting, with letters and stamps and much procrastinating. Or a manual telegram, tap, tap, tapping the wire, in a situation that was frequently dire. The quill scratched, scritch, scratch, on the parchment so thin, as Ji-hoon would wait for a reply to come in. The process was prone to a malfunction or error, which filled every sender with absolute terror. Now communication is instant and light, with smartphones that glow in the middle of night. You can video call or just send a quick text, without wondering what might be happening next. Ji-hoon is loquacious, he's vocal and proud, sending digital dreams to the whole of the crowd. It's an automatic world where we never feel lonely, using Wi-Fi and gadgets and digital only. So you see, though the past had a certain old charm, it was often a cause for some serious alarm. The juxtaposition is jarring, I'm sure you'll agree. The present is better for you and for me. From the soot in the air to the lack of a loo, I'm glad that the future is waiting for you. I'm Lily Park, signing off for the night. I hope that your future is dazzlingly bright.